Hello and welcome to Verdict 2017. This is our special presentation which you have been watching since 7 a.m. on the assembly election results of the 5 states. We have been giving you constant lives and updates on what has been happening in these 5 states. It's 6:30 p.m. now and the picture is almost clear. BJP has had a landslide victory in Uttar Pradesh and Uttarakhand, while Congress has managed to wrest the state of Punjab from Shiromani Akali Dal and BJP. The Goa and Manipur results are a mixed bag for both the national parties. While BJP has managed to make an inroad in Manipur, in Goa it seems to be trailing behind Congress. Now we'll have a look at how these results are going to impact the national political situation or the national political picture in the days, weeks and months to come, because there are at least few months to go before any other assembly election comes our way. So we have a distinguished panel of guests with us in the studio, as well as on the OB vans with us. We have Mr. Sanjay Kumar, the director of CSDS. We also have Congress spokesperson Ashish Dua with us. And then we have Vivek Yadav, the Aam Aadmi Party spokesperson, the party which has finally opened its scenario in the state of Punjab. And we also have Siddharth Varatharajan, the founding editor of The Wire and a senior journalist with us. So let's begin the discussion. We'll soon be joined by the BJP spokesperson as well, Mr. Aman Sinha. But in the meanwhile, let's begin with Sanjay ji. You, it's sort of a mixed bag for both Congress and BJP, but seems to be a big push for the BJP, considering the landslide victory they have had in Uttar Pradesh and Uttarakhand also. Let's not forget that they've crossed that 2/3 majority mark as well. So how do you picture this? Is this going to be a real big booster for the BJP as far as national scenario is concerned?
If we look at the results carefully, yes, this is a mixed bag. BJP managed to perform very well in Uttarakhand and Uttar Pradesh. Congress did manage to win elections in Punjab, and they are very close, in a close contest in Goa and in Manipur. But the whole focus is on how big is the victory in Uttar Pradesh and Uttarakhand. Rightly so, because this has an impact on the national politics, not only because they are winning 2 states, but look at what is the importance of Uttar Pradesh in national politics. Uttar Pradesh accounts for 80 Lok Sabha seats. It will also have an impact on how things will change in the Rajya Sabha when Rajya Sabha elections comes, when there will be a time for Rajya Sabha election. So it is going to make an impact on the national politics. It has given a moral boost to the BJP. It will make BJP more aggressive at the national politics and put the other parties on a slight back foot.
It'll make BJP more aggressive, that's what you're saying. Let me bring in Siddharth Varatharajan, the senior journalist who is with us. Siddharth ji, you've been with us quite a while now, and you've been decoding how this election has happened in 5 states and state-wise scenario as well. But if you look at the national perspective, do you see the same picture emerging as Sanjay ji is pointing out, that it will make BJP more aggressive, despite the fact that they've lost Punjab? They have not done very well in Goa. In fact, they seem to have lost Goa almost if they don't manage to cobble up a kind of alliance which pushes them to the power center.
Well, aggressive is a loaded term, but I would say that it's going to make the BJP a lot more assertive. This will make them a lot more confident, particularly because the negative consequences of an irrational and dare I say despotic and poorly thought out decision like demonetization did not materialize. So the fact that the BJP could get away with no political cost whatsoever for a decision that was taken really without any planning, without any forethought, without any science behind it, suggests that the kind of power and support that the Prime Minister commands gives them a virtual carte blanche to do whatever he likes. So I think that to that extent the BJP will be a lot more assertive, no doubt about it. And since the party now has crossed the halfway mark in terms of the calendar of elections, we are now closer to the next general election than we are from the one that passed us. The BJP will be slipping more and more into 2019 mode. And certainly the victory in Uttar Pradesh and Uttarakhand will stand it in good stead as it moves towards 2019. So I think that we are going to look at a more assertive, more confident BJP. I hope it will not be more aggressive.
Okay,
because
so you're saying that you're using the term assertive rather than aggressive. Let's bring into the picture political players now, starting with Congress, a party which seems to be, being on the lower side of this particular election. If you look at Uttarakhand and the state of Uttar Pradesh, Ashish, do you believe that these results are going to push your party a little further into the corner, despite the fact that you managed to win Punjab? That's fine. You have had your, majority mark. You will have your chief minister there. But the all-important state of Uttar Pradesh is you've lost the plot. In Uttarakhand, your chief minister has lost from both the seats.
Vishal, in fact, if we see there's too much tilt towards the victory in UP. These were elections of 5 states, out of which Congress has wrested Punjab from the alliance, BJP or Akali Dal alliance. We are almost set to wrest Goa from BJP. Manipur, we are retaining power. Uttarakhand, we were in power, which we have lost. Uttar Pradesh, we were not in power as such. We were not part of this government that went out. We were looking at alliance, forward-looking alliance for the next election, for the next phase. So it's important not to underwrite Congress party, as most of the experts or most of the psephologists had been trying to do. And then, you remember, it's a mixed bag for psephologists also, mixed bag for experts also. That a lot of these analysis where Congress Mukt Bharat or Congress was going out of power in all states, it's actually come back for Congress. If you see Punjab, where we are coming back to power, not even wresting the state from Akali Dal BJP, but the Aam Aadmi Party factor, which everybody was giving them the state a year back, or 6 months back. Everybody was saying Aam Aadmi Party is winning.
We'll talk about Aam Aadmi Party factor. We have, in fact, Aam Aadmi Party's representative also. That's also a very interesting angle to it. But before that, let me bring in the point which Siddharth pointed out, specifically on the issue of demonetization. Your party's leaders made a lot of noise about demonetization when the decision was taken. And, you went into the elections, these assembly elections, specifically in Uttar Pradesh, saying that this is going to hurt BJP very, very, very hard. But this doesn't seem to have happened. They've in fact had a sweep. So have you not been able to put across your message on the issue of demonetization? Do you believe that now?
On the flip side, Vishal, if BJP says that they have won UP elections on demonetization, why didn't they win the election in Punjab? Why didn't they win the election in Goa? Because elections happen simultaneously all across these states. So demonetization, whatever be the result, demonetization, as Siddharth said, will remain a monumental blunder in the economic history of India, in the history of India. And mind you, the impact still hasn't come in. The impact will come in coming days when the actual recession in the economy starts. Till now, it is a good peak time of the economy, till February, March, from November to March. From March, the economy as such starts going down. And with these wins, as we say, as you used to use the word assertive or more pushy. But you remember, BJP won 282 seats in Lok Sabha, and the way they went about it, they went about the land acquisition bill, how they went ordinance after ordinance, ordinance after ordinance. So they were trying to be pushy in that sense. But I hope the political sense prevails. Whatever promises they have done to the government, to the people of the country, to the people of UP, and if the election in UP was stopping them to waive farmer loans, I think now that should be done immediately.
Okay,
right away.
Time for you to keep on raising other issues as well. Let me bring in the Aam Aadmi Party representative, Mr. Vivek Yadav. Mr. Yadav, there were a lot of expectations from your party. Indeed, your party itself was claiming that there will be a number of seats you will win in Punjab, and the number will be such large number that you will form the government out there. But that doesn't seem to have materialized. You have stopped very, very, very short of the majority mark. Indeed, you have managed to, outdo the Shiromani Akali Dal and BJP combined, but you now become the principal opposition party. Do you believe that, you guys misjudged your own strength in Punjab, or is it something which you guys didn't see coming?
देखिए विशाल जी, एक सबसे बड़ी चीज़ तो ये है कि कभी हम किसी राज्य में चुनाव लड़ने जाते हैं तो निश्चित रूप से सरकार बनाने का दावा करते हैं, सरकार बनाने के लिए ही जाते हैं। वो हम लोगों ने किया, लेकिन सबसे बड़ी चीज़ ये है कि मिसजज हम लोगों ने नहीं किया। दिल्ली के बाद पंजाब एक ऐसा प्रदेश था जहां हमने अपनी पहचान बनाई है, और ये बहुत बड़ी बात है कि 4 साल की एक पार्टी जो दो प्रदेशों में, जहां एक उसमें रूलिंग रोल में है और दूसरी जगह मेन अपोजिशन के रोल में है, तो मुझे नहीं लगता कि इसको हम लोगों ने मिसजज किया है, कि हमारी बड़ी उपलब्धि है। ये बात सही है कि हम लोग बराबर कह रहे थे कि वहां हम सरकार बनाने की स्थिति में हैं। अभी बहुत सारी चीजें ऐसी हैं जिन पे हम लोगों को बैठ करके मंथन और विचार करना है कि कहाँ लैक रहा है इस तरह का, कि दिल्ली की जो गुड गवर्नेंस की बातें थी वो हम वहां जनता तक नहीं ले जा पाए, नीचे तक नहीं ले जा पाए। उनको लेकर के बैठ करके हम लोग अभी डिस्कस करेंगे। जनता ने जो फैसला दिया उसको हम स्वीकार करते हैं, लेकिन इतना तय है कि हम लोगों ने बहुत अच्छा किया, उससे हम लोग संतुष्ट हैं कि जो हम लोग मैन अपोजिशन की पोजिशन पे हम लोग हैं, तो उससे हम लोग संतुष्ट हैं।
So, the Aam Aadmi Party seems very satisfied with the kind of performance they have. I have one question, Sanjay, out here, and that is that Aam Aadmi Party was said to be, sort of an upcoming player in the national politics, and if they go ahead and win Punjab or perform very well in Punjab, then they will be, more assertive at the national level. But that doesn't seem to have materialized. So, will this give sort of a more elbow room to the principal opposition party, Congress, or will this benefit BJP in a perspective that there is no second, player in the opposition ranks, which is now becoming stronger?
No, two scenarios. If Aam Aadmi Party had managed to win Punjab, definitely the scope of Aam Aadmi Party emerging as a national alternative to BJP would have brightened. They have not managed, they could not win Punjab elections, but they are the principal opposition. Yes, Congress would still be seen as the principal opposition at the national politics, but I don't rule out, like, we can't say that now this is a rollback for Aam Aadmi Party. The road for national expansion of Aam Aadmi Party is coming to an end. Yes, this is a defeat, but they have managed to come as a principal opposition. There are elections which parties lose, there are elections which party win. There would be elections in next few months' time. Aam Aadmi Party will try their luck in other states as well.
Okay, so there's enough time for Aam Aadmi Party as well. Ashish, you wanted to say something?
I don't agree with Sanjay, what he said about expansion in national perspective. And our Aam Aadmi Party spokesperson used the word good governance in Delhi. I think the undoing in Punjab has been mostly the good governance, what they have done in Delhi. What has been exposed, that in the name of governance there's been nothing. Delhi is actually deteriorated. And with these MCD elections coming in, and with more by-elections of the MLAs which are in the offing after the court ruling happens, their space in Delhi is also shrinking rather than expanding.
So you're looking at an opportunity to find the foothold in Delhi once again. Is that what you're saying?
We are getting back in Delhi. Once you see the MCD election, you'll see Congress Party doing good performance in Delhi.
That's another point. I'll come back to you, Ashish. I'll come back to you. Let me before we lose track of that string, let me come back to Sanjay on the issue of demonetization. Sanjay, do you believe that what is being said right now, and what Ashish pointed out, saying that the impact of demonetization and other issues, rather specifically demonetization, will be visible only in few months? So is it that this is something which might not affect the elections was pretty much clear, or the opposition, specifically the Congress, lost the opportunity to go ahead and put the message across strongly?
On the economic side, whether the impact of demonetization would be seen only after a few months, I agree to this to some extent, or to a great extent. Yes, we would see the negative impact of demonetization in coming months, more compared to what we are seeing now. But how do we see the verdict in the 5 states? Do we see it as a referendum or an approval or a seal on the policy of demonetization? We can't do that. BJP managed to win Uttar Pradesh and Uttarakhand, but look at what happened in Punjab. If this is an approval, then it should have been an approval in all the states. What happened in Manipur and Goa? So elections, remember, I won't say that these elections were contested. Not even BJP, not the opposition parties tried to actually campaign aggressively on the issue of demonetization. This was not the prime consideration in the mind of voters when they actually voted.
Is this the way out? Let me bring in Mr. Yadav, the Aam Aadmi Party representative, because your leader also made a lot of noise on demonetization. So is it that you guys lost the plot on demonetization, just like the Congress Party could not send the message across, or do you also believe that the effects of demonetization will be seen a little later than what could have been right now?
नहीं, देखिए ये बात सही है कि डिमोनेटाइजेशन का जो असर हम लोग समझ रहे थे वो उस तरह से अभी नहीं हुआ, और उसमें जो हमारा मानना है वो ये है कि शायद बहुत जल्दी इलेक्शन हो गया, उसका जो इफेक्ट हो सकता था अभी आने वाले समय में। लोगों को एक उम्मीद ये थी कि निश्चित रूप से इसके परिणाम कुछ अच्छे होंगे, मोदी जी ने बहुत अच्छा काम किया। आने वाले समय में ये धीरे धीरे लोगों की समझ में ये आएगा कि इसका कोई फायदा नहीं हुआ, डिमोनेटाइजेशन का कोई फायदा नहीं हुआ, एक आम आदमी तक कोई लाभ नहीं पहुंचा। तो इसका असर हो सकता है कि बहुत जल्दबाजी थी, हम लोगों की एक उम्मीद थी कभी इसको तुरंत ये इसके इफेक्ट सामने आएंगे, लेकिन मुझे लगता है ये कि आने वाले समय में निश्चित रूप से इसका एक इफेक्ट होगा, और वो एक लंबे समय में आगे जब दिखाई देगा। लोगों को जब निराशा होगी कि इतनी मुश्किलों का सामना करने के बाद भी उनको कुछ नहीं मिला, खाली हाथ है, ये जल्दी हो गया इलेक्शन, इस वजह से उसका कोई इफेक्ट मुझे लगता है।
Timing is what both Aam Aadmi Party and Congress say. The timing is what was not right as far as demonetization or the effect of demonetization on these elections could have been. Let me go back to Siddharth Vajrajan. Siddharth, there are two states which not many people are talking about right now, are the states of Goa and Manipur. One reason that the results were coming a little slower, so till 2 p.m. everybody was talking about Uttar Pradesh and Uttarakhand, but very interesting results as far as these two states are concerned. Goa seems to be throwing up a hung house, and as far as Manipur is concerned, BJP seems to have made its mark, though they have not managed to outdo Congress. So how do you look at the politics coming up, or the results coming up in these two states as far as national perspective is concerned, Siddharth? Because northeastern states are now very much in focus, with both BJP and Congress trying to have their hegemony in that particular part.
Yeah, I think for the BJP, the Manipur result is nothing short of spectacular. If you look at their vote share in the last assembly election, I think barely 2% or 3%. To jump from there, it's a tenfold increase virtually, maybe more. And, they have probably going to fall short. We don't know finally what the numbers will be and whether the alliances for them work better. But I think Congress has the upper hand there slightly. But, this is a major showing, and the BJP devoted a lot of attention. The Prime Minister went, Home Minister went, they sent a lot of their chief ministers and, political leaders from the Northeast, including Mr. Horbanand Honowal from Assam, who is the young chief minister, late entrant into BJP, but nevertheless a significant face, to essentially drive home the point that the BJP, which used to be absent from the Northeast, is now very much a part of that region. So I think for the positioning of the party as the sole national party, which was what the Congress at one point used to be and no longer is, this is a significant development. Even if the BJP doesn't form the government, the fact that they are the number 2 player is a major development.
So you have BJP as another significant player in the Northeast. That's what you're pointing out.
Actually, pretty much. Yeah, I would say that in Goa, this is the choice of chief minister. Mr. Parikar put a man that he was comfortable with in the form of Parsikar. Parikar was the long distance chief minister. He was showing a lot of interest in Goa, mainly because the man nominated was not up to the job. And I think that the BJP has paid the price for this. I don't know whether the defeat will be decisive in the sense that the Congress will then be able to wrest control of the state. But the fact is that this is where, when you have a hung house, this is where your nominees for governor play an important role. So I think let's see finally what happens, but this is definitely a wake up call.
Okay, so Goa is still a very close call. Let's wait and watch as to what exactly transpires as far as Goa is concerned. We have with us BJP spokesperson Aman Sinha. Let's go to him. There are several questions and indeed several pointers which have been coming out of this particular discussion as far as BJP's national presence and the boost to its morale at the national level is concerned. Aman, the panelists out here point out that the spectacular win in Uttar Pradesh and Uttarakhand will make your party more assertive and more aggressive. Will it be more aggressive than assertive?
Well, I don't know about assertive and aggressive, but it will keep working in the best interest of people of this country. And that is what we have been doing for more than past 2.5 years. And you see evidence of that in the electoral results which have come out today. People are reposing faith in BJP under the leadership of Prime Minister Narendra Modi ji, because they know that the goals of good governance and development can be delivered only by BJP. And therefore, if you see the evidence of electoral results, Vishal, for past 2.5 years, BJP has been putting its best ever performance in all these states. We have been polling highest vote share, irrespective of number of seats that we may have got, sometimes lesser, sometimes more. But that is a remarkable trend, and we have been maintaining that trend. Even in Goa, where my friend was pointing out that, we have got lesser seats, but there is a daylight of difference between Congress and BJP vote share. We have 34% and they have somewhere around 29%.
But in terms of seat, isn't that a setback, Aman? Isn't Goa a setback in terms of seat? Your chief minister has lost his seat, and you're trailing behind the Congress party after 5 years of rule.
No, you are right. You are right. We acknowledge that Mr. Parsekar has lost there. I am saying at the same time a similar fact which needs to be pointed out is that BJP has about 34% vote share, which is about 5% more than the Congress party. As far as the government formation is concerned, I am very confident that along with the help of the regional parties, we are going to be in a position to form the government. Because Congress has discredited itself so much that none of the regional parties, in fact, is going to come along with the Congress party. Similar is the case with Manipur. But look at the remarkable historic electoral results of Uttar Pradesh, Vishal. We have got more than 3/4 seats, which is unprecedented. No exit poll or opinion poll predicted this. And it is a reflection of the persona of Prime Minister Narendra Modi and his charismatic appeal.
Aman, one point which is coming out here in the discussion is what has been the effect and impact of the issue of demonetization. Do you believe, as BJP's spokesperson, that these results can be considered as a referendum on demonetization, despite the fact that you've lost Punjab and you've almost lost Goa as well?
Well, first of all, I don't agree at all that we have lost Goa. If we are polling 5% more than the Congress party, I do not know how can you say we have lost Goa.
Well, that's quite a positive sign.
That we are going to be in a position to form the government. Now, your question of demonetization, as far as that is concerned, that was an important issue. Election, there are a basket of reasons and factors which play in all the elections. And you are right, demonetization was an important issue. And therefore, you can see a reflection of the fact that people have, fully supported the move of demonetization initiated by the BJP government under Prime Ministership of Narendra Modi ji. And therefore, you see people voting with conviction for BJP. And in Uttar Pradesh or in several other states, whether it is Uttarakhand or even Manipur and Goa, we have in Manipur, for instance, Vishal, since independence we never had a
Okay, Aman, we are running very short of time. Let me throw just one small question to Sanjay out here, and that's going to be really important, because this particular election, Sanjay, we are running really short of time. If you could give me a concise answer. In this particular election, one very important point which has come out is that the regional players seems to have been pushed back to the corner. Samajwadi Party, Bahujan Samaj Party, Shiromani Akali Dal, all of them. And national parties are back in dominance. So is this a new trend which is now coming in? Regional players are losing their relevance. This was not there in the previous elections.
No, in this election this is true, but is this a long-term trend? We don't know as of now. Very difficult to say that this is going to be a long-term trend.
Okay, Ashish, quickly, do you see your importance in national party coming in? Very important.
Before that, I would just like to point out to my BJP friend who says percentage of votes will make them win in Goa.
Goa is still an open field. I consider that Goa is still open field. But my question is,
I think Goa traditionally, if you see, most of the last elections, none of the party has touched the 20 mark or 21 mark. They've been 17, 18, and whosoever is at 16, 17, they form the government. That is one. Second, I would like to say that in this election, what very important thing has happened, which should not be repeated in future, is the kind of language used by especially the highest office of the country, or the kind of issues, I mean, they talk of good governance or governance.
Well, we have had a number of discussion on language, Ashish. But do you admit that regional players have been pushed behind? Do you admit that?
That was not the factor in this.
One of them was your alliance partner.
It was propagating their strategy of polarization, which they consolidated in this election.
Okay, fine. So there are going to be differing views as far as the outcome of these elections are concerned, and obviously this is a democracy. Everybody has a right to have his or her opinion, and we will have a lot more opportunities to see a lot more election battles, maybe as bitterly fought as these 5 states were. We'll keep on bringing the lives and updates of these election results to you on Rajya Sabha television. Keep watching.